Hi everyone, this is a singles reading. So we are going to be seeing what is coming, what is going on, what's happening, messages you need to hear as well. So we have these four wonderful groups as you see right here, and I was just so inspired because the Ace of Cups, I was meditating and the Ace of Cups just came through and it just really prompted something in me. It's also pretty late at night, actually, interestingly enough, and I just felt so drawn to doing this reading at this time, even though it get posted at a different time, but still, I just really felt so drawn to this reading and doing it. So we have got here variations of the Ace of Cups with the different decks that we have. So we've got here, first of all, this is a Trippin Waite edition Ace of Cups, if you can see it there. So that's group number one. You've also got this beautiful blue crystal, and you've also got a fortune cookie in that beautiful blue as well. So that's group one. Group two has this beautiful sort of green variation to it, and this is the Albino Waite deck, and then it's also got the green crystal. And also this really pretty light blue fortune cookie, which has got a tarot card inside of it. And then we've got group three here with the beautiful fuchsia pink fortune cookie. This is also a Trippin Waite deck as well. They just do some variations of the same deck, so that's just what the company does, I guess. And then we've got group four, so that's group three again with the pink crystal. And then group four here is with this light blue fortune cookie. This is the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and then you've also got the white crystal as well, just hanging out in the back there. And I just felt really drawn to this kind of colour scheme. I don't know why, there's something just really beautiful and uplifting about it. By the way, also these fortune cookies are available to purchase on my Etsy store, so definitely do check that out as well, because I just love making them, and it comes with a actual fortune message inside of it, and also a tarot card inside of it as well, which I think is really cool too. So yeah, do check those out. The link to my Etsy store will be down below, and I'll put a link to the fortune cookies in there as well if anyone wants to purchase them. You can actually keep them as well because they're felt and they're handmade. Also, actually, I just want to mention I have lots of intention manifesting items on my Etsy store. So there's handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow and your wallet or your purse. Check out the review section to see how other people have seen results with these items. There's also face masks, crystals, divination coins, pendulums, cloths, charms and letters, bowls, etc. So yeah, it's linked all down below. So you can go ahead and pick, one pile. Some of you may be more drawn to picking more than one. I would say for this reading, you can pick more than one pile. I really do feel like you can. So you can, for sure watch two of these readings if you really want to, for sure. And also private paid reading information is also down below if you'd like a personal reading with me. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. It's all in the description box below. And also the free reading giveaway is down there as well, so I'm literally losing my voice. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, private paid readings, free reading giveaway, Etsy store stuff, all in the description box below, right? So check everything out if you are interested. And yeah, timestamps also description box below as well. I feel like this introduction is super long, but I just wanted to mention lots of different things, and I'm so excited about this color scheme as well. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, let's begin, right? So yeah, timestamps in the description box below. Let's take these piles to the side. We're going to do a charm reading for every single reading as well, which I'm excited about. Okay, there we go. Put this here, here, like here, and here, and here. Let's put this here. Okay. Gosh, I love the colour scheme of this. By the way, yes, this deck does have two Ace of Cups, just for those of you that sort of saw the bottom card as well, so I just thought I'd mention that. This deck actually has lots of repeating cards in it, which I think is rather interesting. It's just how they made it, okay, just how they made it. It's what they wanted to do. Alright. Group number one, let's have a look and see what's coming through for your singles reading. Alright, so we have got here the Trippin Waite deck. By the way, these fortune cookies are available on my Etsy store to purchase, so if you are interested, link will be down below in the description box and in the comment section below, it will be pinned. And you have chosen, of course, this beautiful blue crystal. Let's put it, let me show you. Beautiful. Let's put it right here. We're going to read the fortune cookie messages first, and then I will get into your reading. So let's have a look. All right, so let's just move these to the side. Okay, so inside we have got the message and a tarot card as well. Let's put the fortune cookie. Actually, do you know what? Let's put the crystal here. Let's put the fortune cookie here. So this message here says, there's actually two. Keep your chin up, and it says gratitude is the sign of noble souls, and that is by Aesop. Okay, and your card here, your first card, which is this tiny little printed card, which you probably can't even see very well because it's terrible quality, but it's the High Priestess, which I think is really interesting. So to me, I feel like a lot of you have struggled. A lot of you have felt it very much so like it's been extremely difficult, and you found it very hard to cope, you know, with the idea of everything that's been going on in your relationship life and being by yourself and things like that. And that's something that I see here, is definitely there's that energy of like, keep your chin up, you know, you got this, it's going to be okay. And the other thing as well is that some of you might find it really hard. Like you might say to the universe, like, oh, I don't believe in you because you don't give me what I want, you know, or things are never working out for me. Like I just don't know what to believe anymore. But it does say here, gratitude is a sign of noble souls. Now, when you have gratitude, the universe works with you rather than against you. So I want you to also very much so keep that in mind, as well as that gratitude can also help you to manifest what it is that you want to, because the High Priestess is the divine self. The High Priestess is blue. And I didn't plan this out. I really didn't. I took the cards and I just put them as and how they came to me in the bag, because they're so tiny, and I just shoved them into the cookies. And it just goes to show here, you know, High Priestess is about the moon, and the High Priestess is also about water, Pisces energy. You've literally got the blue here. Blue is about the throat chakra. It's about being honest to yourself. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about nurturing yourself, caring for yourself. So I think that's quite significant there as well. And it's just showing you that if you believe and become the best version of yourself, you can attract what is necessary for you as well. If you go with the flow, right? And if you take care of yourself and accept how things are, then things can be okay, because that's something that I see here, is that I do feel like things will be okay. And that might come across as like one of those things where some of you are like, really, Moonlight, you're gonna like sit there and just say that? Yeah, I am, because I really do see that. And that's the thing that I really feel here. Now, with the law of attraction, the more you're worried, frustrated, sad, it can clog up the energies, and it can take more time for things to work and for things to progress. So keep that in mind as well. Whereas if you are looking after yourself, meditating, doing things that you love, being there for people that you love, and you are taking care of yourself like the High Priestess would, whether you're male or female, the universe will shape itself around you, okay? And this is power, this is strength, and this is about being comfortable with yourself and your emotions, and that in turn will bring you your equal, okay? And will allow things to flow in a much better way. Even if those of you that have been in really difficult situations with certain people and you're like wondering why the energy is not reciprocated, it's basically calling you for also to have strength within yourself, and that can strengthen relationships you have around yourself. Okay, let's have a look at tarot. And then we'll also do a charm reading as well. So I'm going to get 8 cards out. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's what I'm feeling. Empress. 7 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Sun. Wow. Oh, wow. Knight of Wands, Chariot. Oh my gosh, wow. 3 of Cups. You know, 3 of Cups is also a card of celebration, and in the context of this, I feel like there will be something to celebrate that will come into your life. And I feel like for many of you, this can be something that happens this year because of the Wheel of Fortune. This is a timeless reading, by the way, so don't pay attention to when I've posted the video necessarily, but pay attention to when you are watching this particular reading, because the Wheel of Fortune really does, I feel, showcase this year, and I feel like there's a celebration, something to celebrate, a sense of fulfillment. We got Venus energy, which is all about love and happiness. I feel like things are gonna, you know, within 12 months, really, of you watching this, and depending on where you are when you watch this in the year, I feel like in the year, that you're watching this, things will come together, you know, like within 12 months. And I even feel with the Chariot as well that there's a sense of nurture and fulfillment and joy and like things progressing for you. So for those of you really worrying and you're like, you know, nothing ever happens to me, nothing ever works out for me, I do feel like changing that mindset a little bit to a bit more positivity can really, really help. Now, I genuinely feel like your feelings are valid. You know, they're absolutely valid if you feel upset and frustrated at the universe. But also at the same time, the more we feel that, the more it can also work against us. So it's also important to keep that sort of middle ground approach of making sure you do take care of yourself, but at the same time, like just, you know, reasoning with yourself and being like, all right, okay, those things didn't work out. That doesn't mean that everything else won't work out. So I definitely feel like there's definitely an approach here by someone coming towards you with a lot of positivity, great energy, coming towards you, extreme amounts of attraction and chemistry and compatibility. And even with this yin and yang energy that we have here as well, with those two sphinx and the yin and yang, it shows here someone who's really at your energy level and someone who really wants to give to you, especially when you feel like the high priestess. You know, when you feel like the best in your divine self, that's really when it manifests for you and progresses to such a strong level. Wheel of Fortune is all about luck. It's also about writing new chapters. The Three of Cups, again, celebration. The Sun is about not holding back, positivity, joy, again, a celebration energy. The Empress, I mean, that just goes to show as well, stay in your true divine self and things will really work for you rather than against you. It's coming together. I genuinely do believe that. Things are coming together. Things are progressing. And yeah, this deck has repeating cards, by the way. That's just how they've made it. But you've got the Sun again, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Need I say more? This just goes to show you as well, for those of you that are extremely worried about your future, there is something I see working out for you, because the Ten of Pentacles is about family, it's about joy, it's about happiness and stability in your home life. It is about fulfillment, progression, luck, you know, and that solar energy, which is just bringing so much life and growth into your life. It's so beautiful. Wow. I just feel like, you know, the things that you've really been wishing for, they will manifest, and it's just really good to kind of just, you know, do your own thing. Try not to be too worried about the outcome, because then, you know, when you get worried about an outcome, it can also, you know, kind of show doubt to the universe. And the best thing you can do is just really look after yourself, be the best version of yourself, and anything that's meant for you will never pass you by. That's a good real like thing to kind of live by, because that can also make you feel better about certain things that, you know, are just really challenging. It can make you feel like, all right, you know what, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, it's one of those things really. But I just feel like there is bigger, better things, like there's definitely big things coming your way. This can also, for many of you, signify a new person. So I just want you to know that as well. I feel like a lot of people may want someone from the past. It is a possibility that that could be the case. However, it's going to be something that makes you happy. So if you're someone that just absolutely cannot stand the thought of someone from the past coming, it's not from the past, it's a new person. And for those of you that just can't stand the thought of someone new coming, it can very potentially be someone from the past. So just keep that in mind, is that this is going to be something that makes you really, really happy. So think about something that would make you feel really happy in terms of relationships, and just know that I feel like that's what's going to manifest for you. So it'll be different for everyone, but there's a real sense of clarity that I see here in that sense as well. And you're just feeling very confident and happy with the overall outcome, which I feel will manifest within 12 months, specifically like within a year, you know. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay, it depends where you are in the year as well. Like for some of you, if you're watching this reading in, like, say for example December, because it's a timeless reading, it means like within 12 months. But say for example you guys are watching this reading as I've published it, it does mean this year. You know, like it's one of those things where it will definitely happen within 12 months. But I definitely feel like this is an energy about happiness and joy, finding an equal, someone that really respects you, cares for you, and is progressive towards you, you know, not stuck, stationary. I can't even speak. I'm trying to say like multiple words. Not stuck, stationary, and stagnant. There we go. Okay, so let's go to your letters. Oh my god, okay, sorry, a lot of them just came out, but it's okay. So this can be initials. It can also spell out words, like messages that want to be shared with you in that sense, so keep that in mind too. Let's just, do that. You've got a P, X, G, B, H, X, be, okay, some of you, not all of you, okay, just want to clarify that again, especially for those of you that cannot stand someone from the past coming. It's not going to be that, because that would not make you happy, right? Because we see something here that's obviously going to make you happy. But for some of you, it could be like a reconciliation. We have got a Z, but for a lot of you, I feel like it's a new person, you know, someone that just makes you go, wow, like, wow, this is what I deserve. Got my as well. Got a Zuck. Anyways, a Z UK, we've got a G here, and we've also got an M. So we've got some repeating letters, obviously. We've got 2 X's, we've got 2 M's, we've got 2 G's as well. So that's what we have there. Let's go to the crystal messages. I'm going to get 1, okay? So your 1 here is joy. Isn't that what I mentioned? I mentioned happiness and joy, and that is the sun's energies, right? The sun's energy brings positivity and joy, and that's what I see coming towards you. So I really do feel like a lot of joy will come to you, especially for those of you that are single. Like, it doesn't mean that just because people are single that they're sad, but I feel like a lot of you have been sad, so I just want to definitely clarify that as well. Just because people are single does not mean that they're sad or anything like that, but I feel like you've been through some things that are just not so great, and that's why I feel like this fortune cookie message also makes a lot of sense in terms of like keeping your chin up and that kind of energy, because some of you may just feel really down and not so great. So I just want to mention that, you know, because there are some single people that are like living their best lives, and I just think, yes, that is great. But yeah, I see joy here for you. Okay, so let's go to charms and see what is coming through. Travel. Okay, so I feel like this is someone that's going to be like really into travel, want to go traveling with you. Got the Chariot, which is also about travel, to be honest, so then you have got that energy. You've also got here as well another, oh, you got a C, just, oh, we haven't got another one, but it's just a C. You've also got here skiing. That's interesting. Could be into skiing or some kind of winter sport kind of activities. You've got here an angel as well, which just goes to show that you are protected in many ways. There you go. That's really beautiful. So this is a divine connection, spiritual connection. We have here the rose as well. So it just goes to show as well that this person, you know, will feel very romantic towards you. Also, the rose here really represents as well a sense of romance, but also they could gift you flowers and things like that. Oh wow, made with love. They could send you something that they have made, because this is actually a letter with a little heart in it. So it could also be that they make you things or send you very romantic gifts, because you've got a rose here and you've got this little envelope. And then you've got this this particular emoji, which to me represents kind of like fangs, you know, like a bit of vampire kind of energy, but not like, I don't feel like this person is a vampire, you know what I mean? This person, it could also be representative of sort of like Halloween time, so keep that in mind. It's in for time frames, because in all honesty, you have got here 2 10s, right? You've got the 10 of Pentacles, and you have also got the Wheel of Fortune. So those are also 10s. So that would represent around about that time of the year, which I think is also very interesting. But also this can represent, like, you know, different seasons, doing fun things in different seasons. You've got the Empress there with the harvest. So this can also be enjoying different things at different times and different seasons, traveling during different seasons as well, because you've got also the pyramids there, you've got the Chariot card, you've got the sun here as well, with a lot of cultural influence. So again, that's something that's coming through, is that this person may like different holidays and different cultures and different things like that. So that's definitely coming through quite strong. So this is your reading group 1. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. The fortune cookies are available on my Etsy store. Charms and letters are also available to purchase on my Etsy store. And yeah, so everything is pretty much linked everywhere, you know, down below. I would love to know how this resonates, and yeah, definitely do take care as well, for sure. All right, so now we're going to go to group number 2. So I am going to take these away. Let's take this away. Okay. All right. Let's put that there. Let's put this. Let's put this here. All right. Alright, group number 2, let's have a look and see what is coming through here. Okay, so this is your singles reading. So we've got a fortune cookie, we've also got this beautiful green crystal which you've chosen. Let's put that right there. Okay, we're going to start with your fortune cookie message first, and then I'll do a tarot spread, and we'll also do charms and letters as well to see what information we get out. Alright, so let's have a look. This is available to purchase on my Etsy store if anyone's interested. It will be linked down below. Okay, so it comes, there's a message in here, and there should be a tarot card. Yep, there it is. It's just like hiding, completely hiding in here. There we go. Ah, it's the Emperor. Okay. So, let's put that there. Okay, so, I know it's so tiny. It's like literally the size of my, like the top bit of my finger. Alright, so your message here is, if you're afraid of something, you give it power over you. Alright, that's the first message, and the second one on the back is, it is better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. Okay, that's really interesting. So basically this is about what you give your power to, right? What you give your power feeds it. So for example, if you feel like, you know, there's certain situations going on and you're constantly thinking about that, then you're going to feed more energy into it. So for example, if you feel like, oh my god, this situation is just so difficult, it's so tough, it's just so frustrating, you are feeding your frustration into it. And that's the thing, right? So, for example, I'm just going to give an example. It may resonate with some of you. It definitely won't resonate with like all of you. But for some, you know, also when people have like karmic partners, the other person might just be really frustrated, really angry, really sad. But they're also feeding a lot of that connection that someone else has with another person, karmic person. They're just feeding that energy with all of that, and that can also manifest that connection in that sense, you know. So I think it's really important to know what you're feeding your energy into, even as a single person, because that can manifest in many ways. So it's definitely something to keep in mind, right? So if you're afraid of something, you give it power over you. For those of you afraid that maybe you'll be single forever, you're giving that a lot of power. So instead of saying that, just say to yourself, my time will come. My time will come. My time will come. Okay, so yeah, it's better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. So light a candle, you know, if you're feeling really, really dark, we have to find that little source of positivity. Hopefully this reading does it for you as well, okay? For those of you really struggling too, you've got to find that little spark. And speaking of sparks, actually got the Emperor here, and the Emperor is Aries energy, okay? So literally a spark. And that's the thing, is that sometimes we also have to detach from our expectations. That's what Aries is all about. It's about detaching, but also being, you know, in a way, kind of just doing our own thing, focusing on ourselves and just knowing that, you know what, our time will come. That is the Emperor, you know. So it's a very strong energy there. And yep, so we've got that. Right, let's now go to your cards and see what messages we have coming through for you, obviously. All right, so let me just shuffle these. 8 cards, let's see. Oh my gosh, that literally scared me. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I can already see all the cards, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we are going to take these 4, and then I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. Okay, those are the cards that I can see literally right there, and I feel like that was just meant to be, because I'm doing an 8 card spread, so perfect. We got the Magician, the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So let me just grab those cards. Magician, 9 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. I don't really pay attention to the other cards anyway, so I don't really feel like, you know, they're, you know, that's my intuition. Okay, so, oh, Ace of Pentacles, okay, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, all right, lovers. Talk about a love reading, you know, wow. Page of Pentacles, you've got Magician, as I said, 9 of Wands. For those of you getting rejected constantly, if you are feeling really frustrated about that, remember, if you're feeling that, you are also in many ways feeding a lot of energy towards it. What you want to do instead is detach, just like we mentioned with the Emperor. Okay, so if you are doing law of attraction, we have to make sure that it's also being done correctly, because a lot of people think, oh, I just wish for something and it happens. It's very, very different. Law of attraction is often when you, yes, you say your manifestation. It can be a wish, it can be, but it can't just be like left like that. Dreams don't work unless we do, so we have to do that work too. We have to focus on ourselves, do things for ourselves, put ourselves first. We have to detach, have acceptance for where we are, and then our manifestations will really work. You know, that's why things happen when we least expect it. So that's what I feel here is going to happen with you. When you least expect it, that's when things are just going to come together. And that is the thing, is that things will come together relatively quickly once you really detach and you are just okay with yourself and you have acceptance for where things are. And I'll give you an example, right? So I see this a lot and I hear about it a lot. So say, for example, and this has been, I've literally witnessed this happen multiple times. Say, for example, and it's a bit of a different analogy, but you know, there could be a couple that really, really wants a child, and they do everything. You know, they even seek medical professional help, but nothing seems to work, you know, in order to have that child. The thing is, they're so stressed, they're so upset, they're so angry. It takes a toll on them, it takes a toll on their body, you know, it's a lot. And then they just feel like, you know what, we tried, it didn't quite work, and I guess we just have to accept our reality. They have acceptance, which leads to peace. That peace lowers their stress, and then boom, out of nowhere, they realize they're having a child. So these kinds of things happen, and it is basically to do with energy, right? So if you are like, okay, all right, you know, things are really, really challenging, what we want to do is we want to sort of accept that, okay, things are where they are, but you know what, my time will come. And also to balance out the energies by not being too worried or too desperate. You know, that's the thing, because I see things progressing for you, and they will start to happen relatively quickly when you have acceptance for where you are. Magician here shows things working and progressing. Magician is very strong communication energy, right? So I definitely feel here that there's someone here that can really communicate with you and spark things within you. It might get you triggered into like overthinking things, but again, you know, with the Four of Cups, to repeat certain cycles, or especially if you feel like you've been rejected in the past, to repeat that same kind of thing happening, what you want to do is you don't want to become this desperate cup that's like always trying to, you know, go forward. What you want to do instead is that you want to become the person under the tree instead. So you reverse the energies, right? By reversing the energies, then the offers start to come to you. You are then being pursued rather than pursuing. So you can change the energies in that sense, and you can have these offers coming towards you. Multiple offers, should I just add, even with the lovers, growth and happiness, fulfillment and progression, where things are coming towards you, where you don't have to force things or make things happen per se. They come towards you. See, from the page to the Knight, there's a lot of growth here. So I really see things progressing when you are relaxed. I see things happening when you least expect them, and I see things happening when you are in a detached state of mind where you're just enjoying your life and doing things for you, and you are at peace with yourself and who you are as a person, and you're looking after yourself. That's when you seem to get a lot of really strong offers come your way, and people come your way being much more authentic and kinder to you. You know, and people just being much more mindful of how they treat you. So that's something to definitely keep in mind with the Nine of Wands, and that reverses the energy. So then, you know, the other person's thinking a lot more about you too. It's not that you don't think about them, it's just that the energies are higher on the other person's side. So you're actually being pursued rather than always doing majority of the bulk amount of work, right? So it's pretty significant. Wow. Okay, let's just do your charms, and let's get a crystal message out first. Oh wow, okay. I did actually dig inside as well. This is the same one that came out for group 1, but you know, in all honesty, I did actually dig in there, so you know, it wasn't just like I picked the top one or anything. So you got joy. So joy here shows that things will progress for you and things will happen for you. There will be a reason for joy, especially if you feel like you're in a bit of darkness. You just feel like, oh, nothing's really, you know, working out. You will find that things will start to shift and progress. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's look at the letters. So this could be initials, okay, or words that are spelled out. VIP. See? being treated like a VIP. Isn't that what we kind of want, you know? We want to be treated like we're special, not just like, oh, we're just something else, you know? So I think that that's actually quite significant, being treated, you know, it's not that you demand to be treated like a VIP, but it's feeling special, you know? That's what I'm trying to get here with this particular energy, you know? We've also got dip, and we've also got pit. You know, interesting, but the VIP really stood out to me in many ways. We've also got pity as well. So some of you may be feeling a lot of pity towards yourself or pity towards your love life, thinking, oh my gosh, you know, things are not working out. What I do feel is that things will change, you know, especially with this joy as well. Like, things are going to transition and transform. You're like a butterfly, right? You're in that cocoon, but you're going to leave that cocoon. It's not always going to be like that, you know. You're not always going to be in the tunnel. There will be light at the end of the tunnel. It's, you know, cycles and phases. We all go through it, right? So you will go through that. There's growth here that's happening on your side too, and the lovers really does show very, very strong love. Okay, so that's what we see. You've got a U and an A and a D, another D. Dad. That's interesting. That will resonate with you in certain ways. Remember, I also gave you the analogy in regards to a child, so that's really interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about that. Sorry, I keep like hitting my tray on the side. Okay, then you've got here this blue turquoise love hearts. This is about peace, right? As I mentioned, peace will bring you love. That's what I'm seeing. When you're at peace with yourself, you have acceptance towards yourself, that's what's going to bring you love. You've got here also the blue stick as well. This is more so to do with chakras, and you've also got the blue fortune cookie too. So to me, this really represents your throat chakra, right? You've got Mercury energy, communication. So it's also about being honest with those around you and being truthful to yourself and not having to feel like you need to be someone else in order to win someone's attention. Basically, be yourself, okay? Be your authentic self. Life will shape itself around you. But, you know, I feel like these are very similar messages to what I gave in group number 1. So if some of you did want to watch the group number 1 reading, you can do, because you got the similar kind of coin, very similar messages coming through in that sense as well. So I definitely recommend you to watch that if you do have time. If not, you've got a reading here, and I definitely feel like there's something quite strong happening here too. You've also got the feather, which shows here, keep an eye out for feathers. It could also be that feathers, they consider feathers to be lucky. The other thing as well is that feathers show that you are being protected. Okay, you also have an angel right here, so that goes to show that you are being protected in this particular connection. And then you've also got here warrior as well, so you are much stronger than you think. Okay, so you're feeling really, really like, oh, just very weak and not so great. You are very strong, and I also feel like the person that I see here, okay, is someone that's going to make you feel really, really strong and make you feel like you are a warrior. So this person's really going to empower you a ton. All right, so that's what I'm seeing there, group number 2, in regards to your reading. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The fortune cookie can be purchased on my Etsy, as well as charms and letters. And also the other thing as well that I really do want to mention as well is all the information for private readings, reading giveaway is always in the description box below as well. And main thing that I want to mention is that I hope you stay safe and keep well. But yeah, definitely let me know how this reading resonated for you in the comment section. All right, so take care everyone, and we are going to move on to group 3. So let's take away that. Let's take away these letters. Okay. There we go. All right, so group number 3, let's have a look and see what is coming through. So we've got this like purple crystal just hiding in the background. There we go. All right, so this is going to be your reading for singles, and we're going to see what is coming through. You've chosen this beautiful sort of pink deck, which I think is so, so beautiful, matches my nails, kind of. So you've got this beautiful pink crystal, let's put it here. You've also got the purple fuchsia fortune cookie, which we will look into, and the card just came out because it is eager to be read. That's one thing I want to say. All right, so we will start with the fortune cookie, and we'll see what's coming through. These fortune cookies are available to purchase on my Etsy store. They are handmade. They come with sort of 3 messages inside, so you'll see what essentially would come in there anyways, because I'm going to use it. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so your first message here is the Wheel of Fortune. The cookie is like, just be quiet, Moonlight, and can you just please get the messages out? That's what the cookie is trying to say right now. So yeah, it comes with a card, and it also comes with a message. Now, for you, group number 3, this is your message for this reading. Okay, so you've got a Wheel of Fortune, which I have to say is really significant, and it's kind of just like taken me by surprise. I'm like, whoa, like that's a pretty intense card to have. And then we have got here this message which says, love will find a way. Wow. And one day at a time. Oh my gosh. Okay. One day at a time. Love will find a way. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune, right? Wheel of Fortune is about things progressing. Like there is this steady progression, right? So even if you feel like it's not exactly where you want it to be, like there's still progression, there's still more to come. The best is yet to come, and that is what Spirit is telling me. The best is yet to come. It will find a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Like it will happen for you. And the Wheel of Fortune is about prosperity, luck, and abundance. And I really feel like those things will manifest for you in such a strong way. So let's see what your cards are saying. And also then what messages we can get out for you in that sense. All right, so let's have a look and see. Wow. Oh my gosh. It's a card that actually just flipped over in like a bit of the deck. Oh, it's the Ace of Cups. Okay, and there's a bunch of cards that just fell on my, like, they were falling like literally just on the side of my hip, and I was like trying to catch them at the same time. Okay, that was pretty dramatic. So, Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups, like Ace of Cups actually came through, which is what was your top card, right? Which is probably what drew you to this reading somehow, unless you chose by number or colour, But this really goes to show that things will happen for you, things will progress for you. There is this happiness, there's this joy. We see here peace, we see prosperity, fulfillment, happiness, like emotionally feeling really, really satisfied, very content. I just feel here that if you are worried in the slightest, or you are frustrated, or you're just wondering, in general, like what's going to happen, things will happen, okay? And this is going to give you an immense amount of emotion. Think about crying happy tears, like just feeling so happy that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this blessing has arrived on my table. That is the Ace of Cups, just this overwhelming sense of abundance that just flows, and it's like, whoa, like and just feeling so happy that there's someone here that you are so attracted to physically, but not just physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and someone that's just there for you, but also just can't get enough of you, and you can talk about lots of different things. So it's what we see here is it's a really progressive kind of love, and it just feels incredible, right? So that's what we've got now. We've got this 10 of Wands here. So for those of you that have had really challenging relationships in the past, that is the end, okay? What's coming next is really for your highest good, because the 10 of Wands here shows, frustrations and perhaps wondering like, okay, like what's really going to happen? Is it going to be the same or repeat of the past? For those of you that haven't had relationships before, I really feel like, it's almost like the end of your singleness, because I really do feel in many ways that there's just this real sense of progression and happiness and peace, and just not feeling burdened by the thought of like what's going to happen, and is it going to happen? So it's going to happen, okay? Where there is a will, there is a way. Like even though these wands are sort of blocking, some of you may feel like, oh my gosh, I just feel like my luck has been so bad. So this could be a blockage, but remember, this person will get tired and put down these wands at some point, so it's not going to be like this forever. The 8 of Wands here shows a lot of progression, and you see here the butterfly. Now to me, I feel like I've mentioned this butterfly analogy on my channel so much recently that some of you are going to get bored of me saying the same thing, but it makes sense for this reading. This is like being in a cocoon where it's just frustrating, it's dark, it's like lonely, but that's where the transformation and the growth happens. So for those of you that feel like that right now, your transformation is happening as we speak. Because what's going to happen is when things start to move, they really start to move. When happiness comes in, it's just going to blow you away. It's going to feel like the breakthrough with a butterfly. Okay, and that's really what's happening. You see these wings here? Right? It's like taking flight. It really just starts to all manifest at once, and it can make you feel like, oh my gosh, like how is all of this happening all at the same time. It's just like, whoa, you know, it's unbelievable. Can feel unbelievable at times. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of progression. Oh wow, look at this. Empress ruled by Venus, all right. This is also Libra and Taurus energy, just want to mention that. We've got here High Priestess, which is Pisces energy. You've also got Magician, which is Virgo energy, for those of you that are super into your signs, you know, and you kind of want to gauge an idea into signs. And you've also got the Page of Pentacles too. So this goes to show here that, you know, what's really meant for you is going to come your way, and it's also going to empower you and make you feel really strong from within, because the Empress here is about owning who you are and not feeling bad about, you know, wanting to talk about emotions like the High Priestess would, or wanting to talk about romance and love and happiness and joy and deeper conversations, which both of them are very well known for doing, right? So whether you're male or female, this is about finding an equal and someone that does understand you, not to the level that they're like the same person, right? But someone that really understands you. And I think that that's the main thing, is that people can be different but still understand one another. It's really quite powerful, and I really feel like the pink here is really about embracing yourself. It's also about being okay with being vulnerable, you know, and finding someone that really embraces all of those beautiful qualities within yourself, which I think is just beautiful, you know, someone who really just cares and is so kind and so caring that a lot of those feminine qualities come through, whether it's a male or a female. Okay, and whether you're interested in a male or female as well, whether you are a male or female. Okay, so that's really what I see here, is that there's going to be a lot of progression, happiness, see a lot of great communication, fulfillment, openness, progression. Even with the High Priestess, there's just such a beautiful energy of things working out and coming together, and things progressing in such a beautiful, beautiful way that it just feels happy and fulfilling, you know. What else can I tell you? I mean, I just feel like naturally as time goes by, things are going to come together, and that's the Wheel of Fortune, right? So I mean, this is a burden, this is the past, really. You know, 10 of Wands is like things that just didn't work out, but that's not what you're going to be faced with in the future, because the 10 leads to the Ace, and the Ace shows that the next thing, I feel, will be so much better for you, right? And that's going to be like your next long-term kind of relationship. So who you choose is obviously very important, but I definitely feel like you'll just know when it's the right person, and I definitely feel here that you're very in tune with yourself to know who this person will be, because you're very empathic, and you are very connected to yourself, and you're very good with your judgments, basically, in terms of trusting your gut and your intuition. Wow, love will find a way. Love will find a way. Okay. I don't see you being alone forever, just in case you're wondering, you know. It's not on the cards. It's not on the cards. Whatever's been in the past is not going to repeat, is what I'm basically seeing here. Okay. Okay, so let's do the letters. So this can be initials. You can also spell out words as well. Words that are in line with the reading. So we've got a K, an O, a G, another G, a B, an A, an L, a V, a D, an E, and an X. I mean, look, I know a lot of you will see the X on there. I just want you to know that what's coming for you is for your highest good, right? So that's the Empress and the High Priestess with the Wheel of Fortune coming through, which goes to show that what's coming next for you is for your highest good. And for some of you, you know, when things manifest for you where a new person could appear, you know, things from the past can also appear, because there's a triggering spiritual energy where when something for your highest good arrives, you know, it's like other people can appear from the background. So this happens a lot in general with a lot of people. Say, for example, someone becomes really wealthy, people that maybe bullied them in school might suddenly, you know, be friendly with them, or people that had no business really, you know, coming forward to them could suddenly be really nice. So just keep in mind, okay, that sometimes things like that do happen. I'm not saying that people from your past are terrible, but some of you have really had bad past relationships, and for some of you, you haven't had any relationships in the past. But what I do want to say here is that what's coming for you is for your highest good, and for some of you, there could be this opportunity to talk to a person from the past that could be triggered because of what's coming towards you. So I really do feel like a new person will come towards you, and that can trigger someone from the past to also return around the same time. All right, so that's what I'm seeing. And for those of you that have never had a relationship in the past, you don't have to worry about that, okay? You don't. So let's see. And of course, it's your choice as to what you accept and reject, right? Your crystal message is happiness. Oh, that's so lovely. So lovely, okay? Happiness is coming your way. And also, I believe this is Tiger Eye I could be so wrong. I have a feeling actually it's not Tiger Eye. Anyways, since I mentioned Tiger Eye is all about strength, right? So that's also about really just being so strong within yourself too, and that's what also allows things to also progress in many ways too. So that's something that we see there. Now let's go to your charms. Move that out of the camera shot. Got the dummy as well, so this reminds me of like a child, right? A child, family, so that could be something that is coming through here. We've also got the Celtic cross, which is also about faith, okay? Someone that perhaps has very similar values and beliefs like you do. In fact, no, we can't spell out value, sorry about that. We haven't got a U in the words, but it's interesting how I did see value as soon as I saw that Celtic cross, even though we haven't got it there. Also, someone who's very wise. You know, you've got the owl, and the high priestess is very wise, very intelligent, and that's the kind of energy that comes through when I'm reading you. So it goes to show that, again, this is someone that matches in terms of their wiseness, you know, and can also appreciate your wiseness because they have it within themselves, you know. The thing is, like, even with things like emotional availability, which you have, how can you expect someone else to be emotionally available towards you, you know, if you're willing to accept someone who's not emotionally available? Do you know what I mean? So sometimes we also have to like think about the qualities that we want in a person and make sure that we don't accept less. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. This person's going to be super wise. You've got the star here as well. So again, you're going to have, you know, differences as all people do, you know, but it's also going to be respected. So you've got this asymmetric star, and it also shows again things coming together. So in the darkness, you know, there's this sense of light and progression. You got the Saw here as well, so this can again be things from the past somehow returning when a new person also is triggered to come back around. So that's, sorry, a new person is triggered to come around. A person from the past can be triggered to come around. No, yeah. Basically what I see here for you, group number 3, is that someone from the past can come around, but that's going to happen when like sort of like this new person also emerges, which I think is rather interesting. Yeah, that's quite fascinating in all honesty. And also you've got this little dog bowl as well, which is, you know, dogs to me remind me of loyalty, so they would be very loyal to you. But yeah, for those of you that really don't want someone from the past, it's very simple. You don't accept them and you accept the new person, you know, and that's the thing, is that you also should go based on your gut and your decision as to how you feel. So you know, because I feel like you really like the new person and this new person coming through, but it's your choice, of course, to accept or not. Some of you will be more tied up on your ex, you know, and that's something that I see there. Also, the Celtic cross really does remind me of this energy of like things being tied together in terms of a connection. So that's what we have there. Okay, so that is your reading, group number 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for more information. Remember, the fortune cookie, charms, letters, all available on my Etsy store, so they will be linked down below. But I see so much happiness for you, which makes me so happy for you as well. And that is pretty much what we have. Oh my gosh, you guys, dog. I see here dog. And we literally had a dog bowl as well. How interesting is that? So, you know, maybe there's something about a dog here, but, you know, and maybe something to do with, for some of you, especially that are really heavy on this sort of ex energy, it could be to do with an ex, but dog is also about loyalty, so keep that in mind. So, wow, that's what we've got there. I mean, that is pretty impressive. I know some of you will have seen that before I even mentioned it, so it's pretty impressive. All right, so that's what we've got there. As I mentioned, let me know in the comment section below if this resonates. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on Etsy. And take care, everyone. All right, so let's go to your last group reading for this reading. Last group reading for this reading. right, group number 4. Let's have a look and see what is coming through for your reading and what we have. All right, for you singles. So we have got here this beautiful white crystal, which we have as a part of the pile, which actually glows and glistens in lots of different colours. I just recognise that sometimes it's green, sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's blue. It's actually really pretty in different lights. Sorry, just love iridescent things. So this is your fortune cookie. It's got a tarot card in there, and it's also got a double-ended or double-sided message. So we're going to start with that first. I just recognise as well there's this little blue heart on top of this card, which I just recognised now actually, and it literally matches the exact same colour. I didn't do that on purpose. But okay, wow, okay, cool. Right, so let's have a look. So your card came out and it's actually Temperance. I know a lot of you can't see that because it's so tiny. I'll show you in a second. Let's put your fortune cookie on the back here. By the way, if you are interested in purchasing a fortune cookie, they are available on my Etsy store, so the link will be in the description box below. Okay, so you have here slow and steady wins the race, and then you've also got here as well, if you don't scale the mountain, you can't view the plain. Wow, that's a really interesting message. You know what's really interesting? I did not do this on purpose. I just picked one of the folded up messages and I picked a tarot card, you know, which is jumbled up amongst so many other tiny little tarot cards. And it's really interesting because I don't know if many of you can see, but in the background of Temperance, you do actually have mountains. I know this because I read cards all the time, can, you know, really memorize what's in them. But you've got these mountains in the background, and you've got the sun rising, and that just really is so fascinating to me. So slow and steady. By the way, Temperance also is about patience being the virtue, right? Being patient, knowing that what's meant for you will come your way, and anything that's meant for you will never pass you by in such a way. And it's also about, you know, having faith, because you've got an angel here, and it's showing that, you know, things are working, things are progressing, you know, with water flowing from one cup to the other in that manner. So it's really about having faith too, which I think is so interesting. Okay. Let's see what's coming through here with your cards. Ace of Wands, fire energy, Hanged Man. Yeah, Hanged Man is about patience. You know, Hanged Man is also about taking a bit of a break, you know, taking a pause, trying not to frustrate yourself. The Hanged Man also does show that there's definitely something that's coming through for sure, and I feel like there's a strong fire energy, something's manifesting behind the scenes. So even if you feel like nothing's happening, things behind the scenes are definitely happening. It's just that, you know, in the physical sense, you might be nothing's really happening. So in the 3D sense, you might be nothing's happening. But in the 5D sense, there's definitely a lot happening behind the scenes. So keep that in mind. That's Neptune. That's Neptune speaking. Neptune is all about spirituality, so things like meditation can help you a lot as well to sort of just stay a bit more calm throughout this process. And I don't really recommend waiting. I recommend doing things that you enjoy. You know, that Ace of Wands is about doing things you enjoy. See, Eight of Pentacles as well, keeping yourself occupied, and again, just doing the things you love, working hard. Because, you know, that's the best thing you can do. For example, if you're waiting for paint to dry, you're not just going to stare at it, right, whilst it dries. I think maybe some people will, but it's really boring. It can get frustrating. You're going to do other things and come back to it and see if it's dried, you know, unless it's a quick dry or something. Different story. But it's one of those things where, you know, if you put something in the oven, you're not just going to watch it for the entire, 30 minutes, you know, every single second, just looking at it. You're going to, you know, maybe check on it after a certain amount of time and then put it back in and check on it again, but not constantly staring at it, you know. So that's something that's really important here, is that do things you enjoy. Try not to put too much pressure on yourself, because I feel like things will manifest for you, and it will manifest when you're not putting that much pressure on yourself. The Queen of Cups here is really about having acceptance towards yourself. I really feel like when you feel the best within yourself, that's really when things for you are going to manifest, and you're going to be appreciated for your qualities, because I feel like some people just don't appreciate you, and that can make you feel really frustrated, like you have to constantly prove yourself and be a certain way. And I really do feel like things will work for you, and they won't always work against you. Okay, it's just that some people, they just don't appreciate what's always there. But I feel like when you feel good within yourself, where you don't need the approval of others, that's when you'll be seen in such a stronger light. So yeah, some people may not treat you very well, but I just feel like if you really don't care, then thing is, everyone will care to some degree, but the more you don't care, the better it works for you. The Nine of Cups, again, is about sitting with yourself and just taking care of yourself emotionally and being there for yourself in that sense, which can definitely give you a lot of fulfillment. Two of Wands. For some of you, this connection may come through work, social media, okay? So work or social media. I also feel as well that this person will be very comfortable with their emotions and sharing things with you, which is why you can feel like this Queen of Cups, like you can feel like your true self and you can show every facet and every side of yourself. Oh my God, that ties in so well with this crystal, right? Basically, from whichever way you look at this crystal, it's beautiful, it's mesmerizing. The camera does not pick it up at all in regards to how I'm seeing things, for sure. Because my camera is so, the light is also really, really bright, but you know, in certain lights it looks pink, purple, green, yellow, blue. It's just so pretty. So that's what I'm seeing here. You know, it's like a diamond. Any way you shine it, it's appreciated. And that's what I see here, is that in any way that you say things or do things, you will be appreciated by this person. Now, obviously, you know, no connection is perfect, but they will really appreciate you for your thoughts, your opinions, your values, what you bring to the table, your hard work, your consistency, your self-awareness, your integrity, and the respect that you give. So they're really gonna like that, and that's what I see here, is that you can really be your authentic self with them without being extremely judged or without feeling like you need to censor a certain part of yourself, which I think is so important, because the Two of Wands is about openness and it's about enjoying yourself, you know, and progression here as well. So I definitely do feel like things will progress. And also the Eight of Pentacles just goes to show as well that they'll be very supportive of your work and will definitely feel like you can be, you know, they'll feel like you're really good at what you do. Also, you've got another work card, which is the Three of Pentacles. So I think that's quite significant, because the Three of Pentacles here is such a strong energy, again, about work. Like they admire your work, or you meet through work. There's something about work that they really just enjoy. Could also be that later on down the line you may do a partnership with them, or do something in that sense, or that they support your ideas a lot and give you lots of different ideas, because the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands is also ideas. So this person can be such a great, like, friend as well, but I definitely feel like it's going to be something that is also romantic. But you've also got the King of Cups, so the King and the Queen of Cups, couple, same suit, water energy. Okay, so I mentioned fire, but I'm also going to mention water. I feel like the water is much stronger, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, they may be one of those three signs. And also remember Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs, just want to like mention that as well. And this person is truly your equal. This person's going to make you feel very, very comfortable. I see this person coming towards you, and I definitely do feel as well, for some of you, this person may be behind the scenes, and I feel like this person's going to be so much more open, so much more supportive towards you, and really just very, very, you know, very kind, very caring. And I feel like, you know, for those of you really waiting for things to happen, like, you know, slow and steady wins the race. I feel like this person may also need to mature up a little bit and sort of understand themselves. And that's something I see, is that once they really click into themselves and are feeling good within themselves, they are really unstoppable. And the two of you are unstoppable. There's a King and Queen energy coming through. Now, water and fire also balances itself out. So keep in mind, if you're a fire sign or you have fire somewhere in your chart, then they could be, you know, water, or if they're water, you might be fire. But I definitely see the strong fire-water resemblance, and that's something that I really do want to point out as well. Now, some of you may feel like, oh, I don't really have any fire or any water in my sign. Well, there can be still some kind of other balance, because that's what I'm seeing, is that the two of you in terms of your zodiacs really balance one another out. And remember, these could be in their Sun, Moon, Rising, you know, signs, so it could be like either or. There's so many combinations in that sense. And again, I really feel here as well, if you don't scale the mountain, you can't really view the plain. So that just goes to show as well, to have patience and to do the things that you really enjoy, and just know that it's not impossible, because thinking is one of the most like important things in terms of manifesting too, right? If you think you can do something, you're more likely to be able to do it because you've thought you can do it, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things that I'm really picking up on here. So I really feel like there's a definitely strong energy about work that's coming through. There's a strong energy here about, maybe even things that perhaps being at pause, especially if some of you are in a situation or you're in no contact, or, things are not quite going well, or there's hot and cold energy. Like, I feel like this person may need some time to mature. But for a lot of you who've never been in a relationship, or you don't know this person yet, definitely feel like, things could be taking time, because they also have to learn some lessons, get themselves together, and then they can really be that king towards you and understand you, because some people need lessons in order to kind of understand themselves and be super open towards you. So keep that in mind as well. Let's go to the charms. So first of all, I'm going to actually get the crystal message out. Okay, so we got here inspire. So that's interesting, because we mentioned work, right? So I feel like this person might inspire you to do certain things that you maybe never thought about. You might inspire them. There could be inspiration in regards to work, but you definitely inspire them and you trigger their mind. So the Hangman is again about, the mind and thinking and being awakened and enlightenment. So that's really interesting, as you also trigger this person to be a better person. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, like mind as in, yeah, anyways. So this can be initials, it can also be words as well. I feel like we don't really get anything there. I'm going to go in, this one also came out. It's not always that I go twice in, but I feel like that just wasn't really enough, so I wanted to get more out. So we got, so this can be initials, it can also be words that spell out words. Oh my god, wow. It can also be words for this reading. I was like, words that spell out words. So we've got here a B, S, L, J. We've got a C and a P, got an N, a Y, an I, G, J, and an I. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm seeing yin, okay, as in, like yin and yang, I'm seeing yin, which I think is really interesting. So some of you may already feel like, this person's really special, and when some of you meet this person, you'll feel like, wow, this person's special. One thing is that some of you met this person already and some of you have not, so that's a really interesting thing I pick up, but you feel like this person's already your other half. Even though the other half doesn't really exist, it's just a phrase, because obviously two halves, we're not two halves that make up a whole, we're all individual people that complement one another. I thought I'd just say that as well, because I think that's really important. But the whole phrase of like how people say, oh, that's my other half, like, it's pretty much what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, so let's go with charms. Oh my gosh, I must have left this one in here. Like, this one must have just been like floating in there, because first they were in there, and also there's another one in here. I'm just going to actually take that out and put it to the bottom here, because so that it can go back into my crystal pouch. But we've got believe, which I definitely feel is something that's really quite significant. Remember, I mentioned you have to believe in order to know that you can achieve, and slow and steady wins the race. Yep, so this is what we have here. We've also got this pink crystal, which is about, again, being understood and being respected, and that feminine energy coming through. So you've also got these lovely pink cups up here, right? So that's the feminine energies coming through. So the divine energies that are feminine. So whether you're male or female, remember that we can have feminine tendencies within ourselves too, right? So I think that really goes to show here that sort of feminine, supportive energy coming through, whether the person is male or female, and whether you are male or female. Because I read energies in tarot, not specifically genders, and just in general I read energies. So we've got here also the root chakra stick. These sticks actually represent the chakras, so this goes to show stability, security, intimacy, being very, very strong. And also we've got a C as well, we've got another C, and we also got pin as well, so PIN. That's interesting, because on social media you can like pin certain things, so that might be interesting. Oh, you've also got actual pin, like a clothes peg. Well, this is a peg, but it's also known as pin, so that's really interesting. You've got a pin, so it's like, I think what's coming through is like, hang in there, like hang in there, you got this. Which actually got the hanged one as well, so it's kind of showing that, like, things will manifest, things will progress, like hang in there, you got this, the phrase that they say. And try and do things for yourself, things that you enjoy, taking care of yourself. The star here is about having faith as well. The rose quartz is about healing and taking care of yourself in the process, and just knowing that things will work out in due course. So that is what we are seeing there. So I really hope this reading helps you, gives you lots of clarity and information, and this is your reading. So yeah, if this reading resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. The charms and the letters are available on there, as well as the fortune cookie as well. So do check those out if you're interested. And yeah, that is your reading. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. This is what we have. Bye.